So, you guys, I think to start, before I talk, we should sing a little song. I said a he-nay.
I said a he-nay.
I said a he-nay, my toe.
I said a he-nay, my toe.
I said a he-nay, my toe, vumanai.
He-nay, my toe, vumanai.
Shevet.
Shevet.
Shevet achim gam yachad.
Shevet achim gam yachad.
Hinei ma tovu manayim shevet achim gam yachad.
Hinei ma tovu manayim shevet achim gam yachad.
Yeah. Bobby, tell us, man, what led you to BB camp?
Summer of going into 7th grade, BB camp I went to, and I never looked back.
So one of my very, very first memories at camp was there was a girl that I thought was really cute. So I asked my cabin mate, Michael Schulman, to go up to, who was Lisi Mezzostrano, and tell her that I thought that she was cute. And he did, and that's how we were introduced, and I've been friends with Lisi ever since.
That's the summer I met Gabe, and we didn't have social media or phones, so we would write letters and just communicate that way.
We had long distance phone bills.
Right, and our parents were not happy about that.
No.
So,
Andy Singer, he was in 4th grade, and he was my camper, and he told me that I told him if he ran really fast, he could jump on the lily pads by the water and stay on top of the water. And he said that he tried that.
What's neat about BB camp is it's Jewish, it's spiritual and Jewish, and you have the Shabbat and you have the Hebrew throughout and
Love the Shabbat walk.
Love the Shabbat walk, right? And the Hebrew song sessions. Now Sam and Lucy, our kids, are like super proud to be Jewish, and you can see the connection. They talk about camp all the time. What Jewish activities at camp do you remember the most?
The first thing that's coming to my mind is doing the prayers after the meals.
Beer
The big crowd on his own.
They made it
because
fun.
I didn't know anything about that at all before camp, and now I teach at an Orthodox Jewish school, and I knew it when I was in the lunchroom and the kids are singing it, and I knew the song because of camp.
I loved services, actually. We'd sit on those uncomfortable wood benches. It influenced me pretty profoundly because you'd get people up there who would sing that you didn't know could sing, and you'd hear their beautiful voices, and you'd learn prayers that you didn't know before. And then when I would leave camp or go to synagogue after that, whenever I'd hear that prayer, it would remind me of camp.
I remember when I was like, came home from camp and my parents were in their bed and I was performing all the songs from the song session and the beer pot and everything because I was so proud. And, I'm never going to forget that stuff.
BB camp ends up being like a family. So when you're at camp, living 24 hours a day with everyone, but also when you go back home, back to your own school, your job, your college, or whatever experience you're in, that family is there for you throughout the year.
Yeah.
Oh my
I was in chiropractic school for a little while, and I kind of dropped off the map for a little bit. And then when we get back together, it's like no time has passed.
Right.
It's awesome.
And I feel like that's the measure of true friends, is you can just pick up where you left off.
But that's one of the interesting things about camp too, is it's not only about the independence, which of course you get in all the things you talk about, but it's the healthy dependence too, because things get really, really hard. I mean, you all know this, but the summer after my first year at camp, my mom passed away. And going back to camp the next summer became the only group of friends that I really had bonded that closely with. So then to be able to return to that family of choice, I mean, at the time I had no siblings to talk to. This was a group of people that I met by accident at camp, who ended up becoming, my lifelong family of choice.
I remember the knock at the door, and Jeff Land had me walk across the field, and I remember kind of crumbling at his feet when he told me my grandfather died, and I looked back at you guys all in the doorway of the cabin, and I remember him just being very quiet but supportive, and our camp counselors that day let us leave camp and they took us to the ocean. And so
I remember that.
I just remember there wasn't a lot of conversation, but we walked on the beach and it was a very peaceful, supportive thing for them to do.
I don't know what it looks like without camp, actually. Right. I can't imagine, because so much of so much of my foundational relationships,
Who you are.
yeah, are built from there. So I just don't know exactly what that looks like. I know for sure that my life would be less complete than it is now.
Yeah. And so I went to her cabin one night and I knocked on the door with to tell her that I professed my love to her in front of the kids for fun. The kids were like, it was the girls. They were like, "You got to give her something. Where's your little ring?" And I was like, "I don't have a ring." And it was so cute. And so I took off the green sweater and I gave her the green sweater. And I said, I'm going to marry you someday. This is like my pre-engagement ring. And so you never know what happens with BB camp crushes, right?
And we've traveled together now and our families. And like if we could not have planned our kids to be better friends. Like, too bad they couldn't be besties. Well, they are. It's like, and that was camp again. It just brought them together and they had this common shared experience. And what I love about it is it's something separate from us.
Well, and there's nothing more important than passing all our memories on to the next generation, keeping camp rolling, and so yeah, when we're ready to bring the kids in.
Children will say, one day, one day, one day.
It would be horrible without camp.
It just wouldn't be the same. Like, camp is like it's home.
I said a boom, chicka rockin', chicka-boom.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's right.
That's right.
Tell it like it is.
Tell it like it is.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Hine mata womanai shevet akin damit. Yeah. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. It's not about win or lose. We all lose. I love that song.
Go Blues!